Pagdating sa pag-enforce ng disiplina sa workplace, ang preventive suspension ang isa sa pinaka-powerful tools na available sa mga employers dito sa Pilipinas.
Pero when is it appropriate or kailan ba dapat ito i-impose itong preventive suspension? No? Ano ba yung mga legal requirements na kailangan na matupad bago natin ma-impose ang preventive suspension?
Welcome to Legal Guide Philippines, where we simplify the law to help you make better choices. I'm Attorney Erwin Zagala and I'm with my partner,
Attorney Ramon Ramirez. Okay, so today we are talking about preventive suspension. Attorney Erwin, ano ba itong preventive suspension na to?
Well, ang preventive suspension is a temporary measure. Ibig sabihin panandalian. Okay? It's a temporary measure that employers can use to remove an employee from the workplace while an investigation is conducted.
So hindi pa siya fired.
Hindi.
Lang siya.
May investigation lang and inaalis ka lang panandalian habang nag-iimbestiga.
Clear.
Ang importante rito to note is ang preventive suspension po hindi applicable sa lahat ng situations.
Nice. Okay. So, kung hindi siya applicable in all situations, kailan siya pwedeng gamitin?
Well, ang unang tinitignan dyan is if there is an immediate threat to the business, its assets, or its employees. Yan. So, ang basihan natin dyan under the Labor Code, may immediate threat ba to persons or property? Kapag may immediate threat, then sinasabi ng Labor Code, habang nag-i-investigate ka, pwede mong alisin yun. Ang samples ng immediate threat na to is possible theft, fraud, or workplace violence.
Nice. Okay, so tinatanggal natin siya, panandalian. No? So, para matuloy yung investigation and to prevent yung mga sinasabi mong immediate threats, no? Other than that, meron pa bang other benefits for the preventive suspension?
Meron. One of the least, most overlooked kasi least recognized the benefits ng preventive suspension is the threat to the evidence. Kasi habang nandun yung empleyado, pwedeng matamper or ma-jeopardize yung investigation itself. Paano nangyayari to? Yung mga records, di buburahin ko na, tatanggalin ko.
Kasi nakakapasok pa siya
di-delete ko. Or kausapin ko na lahat ng witnesses. Hoy, kapag ikaw may sinabi.
Ikaw, salita ka, lagot ka sa akin.
So even the evidence itself may be put under danger. Pero of course, that's an added benefit. Kailangan ang mas immediate na titignan natin, immediate threat to persons or property. Side benefit na lang yun na mapoprotektahan mo yung evidence. Kasi dapat primarily may property or tao na pwedeng ma-threaten. Okay.
Now, thank you, Attorney Erwin. Pero kailan naman mali i-impose ang preventive suspension? Meron bang time na mali na i-impose siya?
Meron. Kapag ginamit mo yung preventive suspension bilang parusa or para medyo patago, ma-deal with mo yung performance issues ng isang tao.
Okay.
So for example, di ba? Tigas ang ulo na ito, turuan mo leksyon. Preventive suspension mo, mali po. Kasi again, it's a temporary measure habang nag-i-investigate. Kung gagawin mo siya bilang parusa, dapat dumaan ka ng due process.
Okay. Which is a different discussion.
It's a different discussion. Okay. Yung isa naman, ang daming sabit nito. Pero tinatamad kang dumaan ng due process dahil ayaw mo na mag-issue ng notice to explain or mag-performance evaluation. O pagbakasyonin mo yan. Ipag-preventive suspension mo muna, mali rin po yun. It should only be used when there is an immediate threat that needs to be stopped and investigated. So, it's a tool na ginagamit in aid of investigation. Yan, hindi po pamparusa.
Clear na clear, Attorney Erwin. So, ito na, ready na ako mag-preventively suspend. No? So, how do we do it? How do we impose it?
It's important na sumunod po tayo sa legal procedures. Okay? So for preventive suspension, dapat po magbibigay tayo ng preventive suspension notice. Papel po yan. Hindi po pwedeng sasabihin na umuwi ka.
Text message, pwede ba?
Pwede, pero hindi ko recommend kasi in some instances that is considered as documentary evidence na. Pero for me, yung text lang or Vinegar mo, di ba? Parang masyado siyang informal for legal proceedings. Yeah. I would feel more comfortable na talagang may papel na in-issue. And most importantly, dito sa papel na to, dapat naka-indicate kailan yung date ng pagbalik ng empleyado. Kasi doon matatapos yung preventive suspension. And that can be anywhere from 1 day to 30 days.
Oh, matagal-tagal din pala.
And depending on the circumstances, actually, pwede pang i-extend yan in specific instances.
Nice.
Okay. So, yan ang ang latag natin when it comes to preventive suspension. It can be a powerful tool, but again, as we said, it should only be used in specific situations. Plus, it should be done in accordance with labor laws. If you are unsure if yung pag-apply ninyo ng preventive suspension is appropriate in your situation, it's best to consult with HR or your lawyer.
Nice. Now, guys, I hope marami kayo natutunan today. If you want to learn more about dealing with employee issues, please enroll in our employee discipline workshop through the link in the description.